Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back with another news update for Skylanders Imaginators. This is a pretty awesome one. This is just like after the Gamescom news updates, but there was a trailer which was revealed from the actual Skylanders game YouTube channel, which I believe it was just called Skylanders Imaginators Overview, and literally it's a 2-minute and 25-second trailer, or basically an overview of everything you need to know about Skylanders Imaginators. And believe me, it has some awesome pictures. There's stuff here that we haven't even seen before. Of course, there is other stuff, but I've taken action shots of the things that I want to talk about personally. We're going to discuss it now in what I'm going to basically call a reaction video. So starting off, we have this. This is literally at the very beginning, basically saying Skylanders is in danger. And you know, it is. But look at this place. This is basically what looks to be Chaos's new fortress or home. And it looks very much like the Academy has been shoved together in an elastic band ball. That's almost what I'm getting from this. It's up high, so I don't know how you get into it. Maybe there's like a stairwell going up, like a corkscrew sort of design all the way up to the top. But a very interesting design there of his actual home in what looks like a forest. Now, as it cuts into there, you get this picture of Chaos prancing around with this sort of golden helmet in a way, but it's a very nicely designed helmet, and he puts it on. You can see him there with Glumshanks. He's still there. Glumshanks is still going. But the hat there, it looks very interesting. It's almost as if it goes up like a pyramid, a very tall pyramid, not fat and stumpy at the bottom, but a tall one. This is apparently what gives him the powers to sort of imagine all the different creatures and everything like that. Now from that comes what looks to be, this is as it goes in the trailer, this design here, which is this two-eyed thing here, which looks of the undead, possibly a brawler because his hands are quite big and he doesn't really seem to hold any sort of weapons as such, but a very interesting design here. And I mean, if he's imagined this and you're going to get parts from this, it's very cool. That helmet indeed is extremely awesome, especially if you get the eye on top. Maybe like that's his actual head, that one eye, and then the other eye is just part of the actual helmet. We'll have to find out about that. There's also this one which I have seen before. It was in some gameplay. This is in the Jetvac level, but a very awesome one here. It looks fantastic. But as you basically attack the villains, as you're trying to get rid of these creations, they'll drop chests, and as you open the chests, you'll get pieces of their armor, and as you're getting the pieces of the armor, they're losing the armor, which is a really cool thing, because you can start to really just destroy them. You can see Chaos's giant floating head there, looking extremely awesome there as well, with that guy sort of ready to go with his sort of sword dagger thing. Now also we've got this, which I'm loving the look of this because, of course, Skylanders Academy is on its way, which is basically, if people didn't know, it's basically a TV series of Skylanders, which I think is a fantastic idea. And basically, from what I've seen so far, these graphics and sort of, what would you call it, movie clips in a way, the cutscenes, there we go, the cutscenes are looking very realistic and very much like that TV show indeed. But you can see 5 here: Eruptor, Stealth Elf, Spyro, Pop Fizz and Jetvac. Now I think that these are all going to possibly have their own levels. I know that Spyro is in the Wumper Islands, I think that's what it's called, the Wumper Islands. Jetvac has got his own level so far. We know Eruptor is in this sort of swampy level. As for the other two, not too sure, and possibly trigger happy at some point, but we'll have to definitely see as to what goes on there. Now, basically what's really funny about this is, as this creature is rising up and they're all staring at it, Pop Fizz says, "Holy guacamole." Now, probably some of you are thinking, no, it's a giant boogie. Well, it's not giant boogie. It looks to be a guacamole monster. The whole green thing is guacamole. The sort of red stuff is like tomatoes or peppers. And then his teeth and his hair is made out of nachos, which is amazing. I mean, if this is one of the villains we have to face, that is going to be absolutely crazy and a very cool thing indeed. But yeah, very, very nice there. Very cool there. They're obviously looking a little bit worried and concerned, but that's just really cool. It looks as if they're at the academy as well there. Possibly some racing flags in the background as well over to the left. But very nice there. Onto this then, it obviously says that, you know, you're the next hope with these senseis, showing Ember there, looking really cool, sort of showing off, just basically standing there but twirling around on the spot. We've got this which is showing off a move. It's a bit blurry, but it's the closest I could get to a pretty good picture where she's sort of throwing these fireballs straight down and they're causing all of that mayhem all over the floor. We've got here with Tri-Tip, and he's basically about to activate these sort of... There's different gongs in every level, and once you have to go up to the gong with a specific battle class, and it'll unlock a specific power for that sensei. As you can see, he's sort of just spinning his club around here, and there's his sort of action pose there. And then coming back from there, you can just see over to the left, that is where the gong is, and he's sort of activating his powers there. And that is actually the jetpack level as well, so that's rather cool. Now there's also this, where it seems as if Chaos is prancing around again. What looks like, I definitely say, his fortress again. Something has popped out of his head there, but more importantly, that's a pretty cool picture there. But you've got this sort of almost brain popping out of the top of the head, the actual hat there. Now, I don't think, or the crown, I don't think that was there in the beginning, so maybe there's something going on with there. Maybe it's controlling Chaos, almost like the darkness was in the last game. We'll have to definitely see about that. But a very menacing picture there of Chaos with that hat. Moving on to this, it showed... Oh, look at that. I can actually just see that now. There's a hidden chest over to that left there. So if you're on this sort of piratey themed, what looks like possibly like the Wampa Islands, not too sure. But there's a hidden chest right in that background there. But this is one of the people you can create. It's not a sensei, but this is one of the guys you can create. This is a bazooka class, I think it is, or blaster class. One of the two. But a very nice looking one there. There's also this guy here with a sword, and he's got all his armor on him, and he looks incredibly awesome. You know, it looks as if all of that goes together very well, and I like that sort of human type head as well. There's also this one being shown off in what looks like a magic sort of level there, with all of those steps going up everywhere and coming down and all that sort of stuff. But a very interesting design on this guy indeed. You know, the head, the armour, he's got a trident there which looks very much like Gil Grunt's. That's definitely something to think of. It also talks about how you can obviously play together with a sensei and a imaginator, and you can see there the two of them working well together. Now here we go, look at this. This is rather interesting because if you guys remember a few updates ago, I showed you a few screenshots from the game, and it was almost as if it was the loading area, or at least a way of viewing all the different battle classes. And there was a guy with a green hood with one eye. This is him. We don't know what his name is, but that is definitely him next to a created character there. But a very interesting bowslinger class there. Probably going to say that could be a life one. I'm pretty sure now, because we know now that Dark and Light are both full up on normal characters. I definitely say now life would possibly be the one for this. Probably not undead, but who knows. The green sort of gives me that life feel, and it looks very cool with the bow as well, with that sort of drill bit. And of course the bow is just looking sweet. Although then again, there are actually cogs on the bow, so who knows, it could be tech. Plus it's a very robotic one. I think, let me know your thoughts on this guy. Life, tech, undead, let me know. Just literally say, that green bow slinger is, let me know. It's very interesting. We'll definitely have to think about that. But there's a back view of them taking on some enemies in one specific chapter. Now there's also this as well, which follows straight away. You'd probably be seeing this guy and think, oh, hello, this is Flarewolf, which we have seen and heard of before, but we now know that he's he/she, I'm thinking it's a he. He's got a very, see, I'm even saying he as well. This character has a very masculine looking face and design, so I'm thinking it could be a male, so we'll have to definitely see on that, but it's a bazooka class with what looks like a bazooka made of like a Chinese dragon sort of scroll in a way. It's got like a fire coming out the back, almost like a firecracker, but a very interesting design. The mohawk is on fire. It's got a very wolfy design, of course, but as we go through this, you can see, I mean, look at that face. It seems very masculine. I mean, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Flarewolf is male or female? Let me know. With the hair being a mohawk as well, I think that definitely gives it away. But also, it shows us one of his moves, being that he can actually get onto his blaster and blast off and hit the enemies, which is very, very cool. So we already know one of his moves without seeing any gameplay, basically, except for this trailer. So then we also have this one, which is where those screenshots have come from. Not too sure what this one is called. My guess, I would possibly say this. I'm going to say a Pop Fizz level. This could be a Pop Fizzy level. And at the very bottom left, I don't know if you can see that, there seems to be that where that windmill is, at the very bottom, does it look as if there's like two swords going across, as if you need to battle to go inside there? Maybe. There also looks like to be a puzzle lock over on the tower. You can just see it, the little red puzzle lock thing. That could be something very interesting to find out. Now, it also shows off the portal and placing them on and everything like that. Wow, I'm tired. I don't know why. But you got Kingpin on here. Now, we haven't actually talked much about Kingpin's moves. There has been gameplay of him and everything like that, but I just haven't got round to talking about him. Don't know why, but let's talk about him right now. There's this move right here. He looks a bit weird here, but basically, during this, he sort of breathes out ice, and it looks as if this ice causes these shards of ice to form up and spike up in the ground, which looks incredibly awesome. Obviously, he waddles around like a penguin, rather slow. There's this move here where he sort of almost does a tornado attack on the side, and then he's literally coming out of that now and about to stand up. There's this picture as well showing you about the creation of crystals, and this one being the Earth. There's also a picture here of Tri-Tip looking very awesome indeed. I like this picture a lot, and I cannot wait to see Tri-Tip. I definitely think he's confirmed to be Wave 1, seeing as we have seen packaging of him, which is incredibly cool. So the next one is then Hoodsicle. This is basically saying you can either use, you know, a sensei of the, you know, normal Skylanders, or a villain. And that's a very menacing shot there with all of that smoke coming up, almost like a very undead level with the bones and everything like that. We also have this, which is basically Kingpin sort of doing a weird sort of move, but he's basically about to use his Sky Chi power, and this is what I'm showing off in these two pictures, is he's almost got like a dash ability, where rather than a penguin being rather slow and waddling, he literally will slide across, but he'll dash, so it's almost as if he dashes backwards and forwards, to and fro, and you can see how he's sort of moving here between the shots. Very quick. Probably going to be very aggressive as well. Now, there's also this picture here of Ambush here. I'm guessing this could be the Wampa Islands here. Very cool looking statue behind him there, but a very menacing looking Ambush nevertheless. Definitely going to be confirmed to be Wave 1 soon as we have seen him in packaging. We've got a picture here of Golden Queen as she's sort of looking at her nails here, which is rather cool. And then you've also got this breaking of the third wall here, where she actually looks at the camera, but a very awesome looking character indeed. We have Starcast here, with all of his shurikens doing his thing. Then we also have Tri-Tip using one of his abilities, which is this sort of dinosaur skull move with all the oil pouring out, which is incredibly awesome. I was just thinking when I was looking at this, wouldn't it be awesome whether you could have a fire element and possibly light the oil on fire? That would cause some definite damage there. Be very cool if you could sort of combo your abilities with your cooperative player, so maybe the elements sort of combine together to do different sorts of things. You know, you can sort of have a life character going with a water character, and maybe it grows a plant or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. A pretty awesome design there. There's also this one with Ambush and the guy there with the sort of leaf sword. But in the background, that's what interests me, is there's like a shiny rock, and it almost looks as if that could be like a gateway, and maybe you need an Imaginator to actually get through this gateway. There's a weird sort of symbol, as like it looks like a snake, But we'll have to definitely see about that one. Now, the more interesting factor that comes into every single trailer almost all the time is this. And it's very, very interesting because you're probably looking around thinking, hold the phone, can I see some people here that we haven't actually looked at? You'd be right. Have a look to the left. Painyatta is a smasher, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing news. Painyatta there, looking fantastic with his lollipop. I am so happy to see him, and I really, really hope that this guy is going to be out before the end of the year. No, looking at all of the gameplay and who we've seen in boxes so far, it doesn't seem as if he's going to come out in Wave 1 and 2, which is unfortunate, but hopefully, Christmas time, I think we need a bit of a party, and we need that Painyatta in our life. You might also be able to see in the very background over to the right where you can see Aura, Wolfgang, and a green element. That is actually Boom Bloom, or Bloom Boom. But we'll see a few more pictures of her right now. But as I zoom out, look at this. You can get a really good picture of Painyatta from that one to this one. And I'm literally clicking play, pause, play, pause, play, pause. And that's how I got that. And it's a really awesome picture of him. And he looks amazing there. So definitely 100% confirmed there. 100%. You know, people have said, oh, he's confirmed. Fair enough. But now we've got a picture of him in the trailer, 100%. Again, Boom Bloom, or Bloom Boom, is in the back there. Again, it's getting clearer and clearer. As we move back out again, have a look over to the right now, and we have that what looks like a swash... No, it's not. It's a quick shot there, that came out in the first trailer, and I took a screenshot of that, and I said, there you go, there is that one. That has got to be... that's got to be a sensei because of the belt. It is. Look, she's in figure form and she's looking pretty sweet indeed. You can see Painyatta just very, very briefly in the background there. You can just see the hand and the lollipop. We've also got Mr. Cat there, the Griffon Adventure Pack there, or the Griffon Park Observatory, Barbella, Ember, you've got Chopscotch. There's so many. And as we're coming out here, you'll also be able to just see... Well, actually, quite clearly now, you can now see Bloom Boom at the very back, or Boom Bloom, at the very back there, looking incredibly awesome. I actually can't wait to see that figure, like, actually, you know, the proper thing. You know, seeing a blurry picture is fair enough, but actually being able to see it would be fantastic. Now, also, at the very front here, you'll be able to see a face. We have seen this guy already in the update, but as I come out more and more, you'll be able to see he's right there. I'm going to say he. I'm pretty sure it is, but like I said, let me know your comments on what you feel is he male or female. But it looks incredible. I mean, there was straight away, when you see the picture of his face in the previous updates, people said straight away, bazooka class. And it sort of makes sense now for him to be a fire bazooka, and it looks incredible. You know, it looks almost as if he should be a Chinese dragon, with all of that sort of Chinese dragon-esque bazooka going on, but very, very cool indeed. Now, it also talks about there's 31 characters to collect. There's the Chompy Mage there. I think this is a pretty much certainty that the Chompy Mage is back. We knew about this in the magazine. He's right there now, and we can tell that he's a bazooka class as well because of that gun. So there he is again with that bazooka there with what looks like Chompy eyes. So he's not going to be a sorcerer, which is interesting, but he's a bazooka, which is pretty awesome indeed. And there's a Chompy actually coming out of the cannon there, looking incredibly menacing. I mean, look at all his teeth. That's the one thing that concerned me. Look at all those teeth. Crazy. And then, of course, it also talks about these two. And if people were wondering, I have been able to sort of get some information. People have been wondering, well, when are these going to come out? It has been said that as much as they're going to be in the PS4 and PS3 starter packs, they will be available by the end of the year. So don't worry, you won't have to wait until like Wave 5 to get these guys. They'll be out probably Christmas time. They'll be in that wave, hopefully with Painyatta. But they'll be out then. I'd like to see a combo pack. I really would with these two. That'd be pretty awesome indeed. And I'd definitely go and pick that up. Of course I will, because they're two new characters. Got to pick them up. There's a nice screenshot of them both, probably in the co-op. But looking incredibly awesome there. Then we also have the Griffon Park Observatory here. And of course, you probably know what might be able to follow next. is a few more screenshots of the actual place. I don't think that is a sensei there, but it's just an Imaginator taking on some of those enemies. But of course, this has got to be followed by a proper picture and look at Airstrike, and he looks amazing. And you can tell now he's a brawler, or at least it looks like he's a brawler because of the fist there. You've got the Earth, the Earth Imaginator crystal there, sorry. You've also got the adventure pack itself. So this is going to be very, very cool. I've had a lot of comments from when I said that I think Boom Bloom is going to be the next adventure pack. I don't know why, and a lot of people have said this. We don't know why, but I just have that sort of feeling that she hasn't been shown off. Just like Airstrike, she was shown off in that book, but she hasn't had any sort of appearance until now. Now, Airstrike wasn't in that lineup when it was panning out, but Boom Bloom was. Also Painyatta and also Flarewolf. So we'll definitely have to see what's going on there. But a very, very cool one indeed. Just awesome overall. Very, very cool. There's also this, which is the Imaginite Mystery Chest Pack. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be a 3-pack, or maybe it's going to be like separate packs or everything like that. Not too much is said about this, other than the fact that these are going to be unlocking stuff in the game, which is probably going to be clothing and items and everything like that, weapons, blah, 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 blah. But it's going to be very cool. But like I said in the previous ones, I'd like to see these being used maybe every day, just so you can, like, it's not a one-off item. You're not paying, I don't know, $5.99, let's say that, for a chest, placing it on, and that's it. I think the whole point of this is to do a daily on-off, 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 and that should probably give you quite a lot of stuff. I mean, there's bound to be tons and tons and tons of items in order to actually unlock. So getting these and placing them on, and I'm also guessing that the colour of them is going to definitely decide the rarity of what's inside them. And of course, finishing off the trailer is this awesome picture here of what looks like the Academy. But you've got Kingpin, Ambush, and Chopscotch there, looking amazing. I mean, it really does look absolutely fantastic there, that picture. And this is like the very, very end of the trailer itself. But a fantastic, fantastic end to a fantastic 2-minute and 25 video, which has turned into so many screenshots and so many pictures that it's unreal. But there's just so much information in here, and it's just incredible. But of course, we have to end it on a what do you think? Let me know in the comments below your opinion on the game right now, this second. Are you hyped? Is that dynamite which you placed in that oven exploded yet? Have you had to go out and buy a new oven? Is there a fire under your feet? Are you getting goosebumps every time you're seeing stuff? Because believe me, I am. And that, for me, that normally means I'm hyped for something, I'm excited, everything is going good. So let me know how you are feeling right now about this game. Also, let me know your thoughts about the different Skylanders we've seen, and also the moves we sort of discussed here. We've had a lot of different characters shown here, and a lot of confirmation about certain characters, in particular Painyatta, which is brilliant news. And of course, then you can subscribe for more of the news. As soon as I get it, it'll be posted just like this one. The video came out literally this morning, and I've made this update, so there you go. Go ahead, it's the reaction to it. There you go, sorted. And you can also rate the video so I know you're enjoying the series and excited for more information. And of course, Skylanders Imaginators, because I cannot wait now. I mean, we're sort of midway through August, the 14th of October. We've literally got 2 months. Let's say 2 months, because we've got half of this one left, half of October, the whole of September. 2 months. Trust me, it's going to fly by. It really is. Or at least for me, it's going to fly by. I cannot wait. Oh boy, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction video to these. If you want to see more reactions to like Skylander trailers and everything like that, then let me know. Because I just thought it'd be a good idea, because especially with all of the information in it, it was a fantastic way of showing it all off. And I've really enjoyed doing this. So yeah, we'll leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys then. Thank you. And goodbye.